Welcome to a tour of ProTracker Software's Advantage. If you are in this business to be profitable, then you can use ProTracker Advantage to manage your clients and your practice. The purpose of this guided tour is to show you how ProTracker Advantage can help you to have more prospects signing contracts, more clients achieving their goals, and fewer forgotten or overdue tasks. We will begin this guided tour with Part 1, Getting Started. When you open ProTracker Advantage each day, the home screen is the first screen you will see. The home screen lists appointments and tasks that are assigned to you. This is a sample database, which is part of the demo database that you may request from our website, protracker.com. By requesting and installing the demo, you can play with ProTracker Advantage by using the sample database. Let's introduce some of the conventions that Advantage uses on every screen throughout the program. The toolbar at the top of the screen is filled with icons which are especially significant. The home icon will take you to the home screen which we are currently on. The navigation icon allows you to quickly find a contact, client, group, or employer in the database. Next to the navigation icon, there is a business card which represents contacts. If you click on the icon, it will take you to the contact list view, which is a familiar format throughout Advantage. In this case, it lists all of the contacts in the database. It is important to understand what a contact is in ProTracker Advantage software. If you look down at the different types of contacts, you will get an idea of some of the various contact types that are included in ProTracker. A contact can be an employee. Every employee in your firm will be entered as a contact. A contact can be a client. Every client is first a contact. Prospects are contacts initially. Professionals, lawyers, accountants that you work with are entered as contacts. The restaurant around the corner where you want easy access to a phone number is entered as a contact. You may filter the contact type and select only those contacts of type prospect, for example. You may also select only contacts of type prospect whose file as name begins with the letter C to filter even further. This is a flexible way of displaying a lot of information and allowing you to double-click on a contact record to quickly go to that contact record profile. Let's move on to the next icon on the toolbar, the client icon, which is a little green person. If you click on the icon, you will get the same sort of list view that will display all of the clients in the database. If you click on a client, such as our sample client, you will be taken to the client profile. The sample client is made up of two contacts, John Sample and Emma Sample. You may easily go to their contact records by double-clicking on their names. Notice the icon has changed to a business card, which is a contact representation. If you double-click on the Go to Client record, we will be taken to the client profile once more. Again, every client in Advantage is first a contact. In a client couple situation, you may link together a couple to make a single client. The next icon is the group icon. Groups are an effective means of dealing with a large number of people at one time, giving them a feel of personal communication rather than having to deal with each one individually, which is a much more time-consuming process. Next to the group icon is the calendar icon, which will take you to the Advantage calendar. The month view is selected as the default calendar view, although you have an option of selecting any one of the calendar views as your default. Notice that the calendar displays for each day of the month multiple appointments. By hovering over any one of the appointments, you can see the description of that appointment. Also notice that there is some color coding going on. The black appointments are ones where you as the user are attending, and the blue appointments are those for other employees in your firm. You can view all employees' appointments or just appointments for any one person in the firm. Whichever you select, Advantage will remember when you leave the calendar, and when you return, the same view will be selected. In the daily view, the multiple columns indicate that there are multiple appointments scheduled for the same time period but for different people in the firm. The bar marks the length of the appointment, The orange bars indicate appointments that will be held out of the office. The little icon indicates whether this appointment is for a client or a contact. Likewise, for the weekly view, you can see the appointments that are scheduled for the week. The yearly view shows any days where there are appointments scheduled in red and any days where there are no appointments scheduled in black. The group view displays the schedule for the selected employee or for the selected employee group using colored blocks to denote appointments. The public view is quite similar to the group view but in a different layout. Again, it displays all of the appointments for everyone in the firm on a given day, as well as the description of the appointment, the attendee, etc. You can advance a day by clicking on the right arrow, or go back a day by clicking on the left arrow. If you want to go to today's date, which is July 27th, you can double-click on the title header and be taken to today's date. There is a location calendar that can be used to coordinate meetings held in office meeting locations. You can see the conflicts from this view and the availability of a conference room during the day. The combo calendar is a rather interesting view. It displays a month of appointments graphically for the selected employee or for all employees. Each square represents a block of time, such as the 7 to 10 a.m. block. This calendar view takes a little getting used to, but many of our users find it quite helpful. And finally, the list view is where